Hi, I'm here with Manny Reyes, who's our district
Program Quality
Director,
Director.
and we're going to be talking today about the new Pathways program and getting some pathway guides. And what we want to do is share some of the needs that we're going to have for our district coming up. And Manny, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about Pathways and about what our needs are.
Absolutely. Everybody is aware that this year, Region 9, which is where our District 83 is located, is going to be moving to the new Pathways program. The Pathway program is an enhanced program that started as an idea in 2010 by Toastmasters International, and is the new, it's a revitalization of our program, which, by the way, I didn't know, and I learned that our program was first started in 1970. That is over 40 years ago. And the leadership track that we have today started in 2005. So if we consider that we moved from the horses and carriage to the automobile, and we moved from having candles and all sort of electrical of outlets, and we moved to the electrical. The same in our communication. We have to understand that what happened in 1970 is really different from what it is today, and that's where Pathways is a new program. It's completely digital. You are going to practice. You're going to have a much robust, and we'll have so much more information that you are going to be able to practice and get more data than if you are just carrying books and getting only waiting to meet with your club.
And right now, Toastmasters only has two paths, communication and leadership.
Correct.
But with the new Pathways program, there's actually a lot more programs that will meet the needs of our members.
Correct. With the new program with Pathways, we're going to have 10 different tracks. With every track has 5 different categories. And in the past, the 2 tracks that we had, they only offer about 68 competencies, versus right now we're going to have almost 300 different competencies. In the past, you did not have the opportunity to select what worked or what you wanted for yourself. With the new program, you can tailor the program. You have so many options that you can tailor it to what is better for you.
And isn't there a way that there's an assessment that members can have where they go online and it'll sort of direct you as some options of which is best going to be meeting their goals as we develop
Right.
the Pathways
This
program?
time, when you first go to the Pathways, that, by the way, for our District 83 is going to start sometime close to the end of the month of May 2018. When you first access Pathways in Toastmasters.org, you are going to have to take an assessment. You're going to take a test of, you're going to have to answer a few questions, and the system is going to offer you 2 tracks or 2 different paths that you can either pick or you can either consider others. So you are not, in any way, you are not going to be, like right now you only have the options that we offer. We have X number of manuals and you have to work with those. You're going to have 2 separate paths that are going to be more aligned to what can be your career or your interests. There are some that are more management oriented, and they are some that are only for public speaking. So it's pretty open.
And I think this will work for 2 parts of Toastmasters. Those who are very experienced, they may even have a DTM or numerous DTMs, will have a whole new program available for them. So instead of repeating the same old program again, they'll have a lot more opportunities now than they didn't have, as well as new members coming in who will automatically start with a lot more options, which is of course going to again serve our members better.
Yes, one of the things that we need to keep in mind is that Toastmasters is an opportunity for our own personal self-development, for your own personal growth. And the only limit in what you learn is it comes from you. You decide what limitations you're going to have in your life. And basically, you are not limited to take one path. You can take multiple paths. And in the new program, the only thing that is not going to change is the fact that you are going to become a Distinguished Toastmasters or a DTM. Everything else is going to change. But don't panic. You're going to have 2 years starting on May 2018 to complete what you have done so far. Which means if you are an advanced communicator, bronze, silver, or gold, you have 2 years to put all your speeches and complete your DTM.
Now, I know some people are just resistant to change or afraid of change, but isn't that really what Toastmasters is? From the first time that you got in front of a room of people and gave your first icebreaker speech, well, that was a change for a lot of people, and they've excelled by practicing those skills and getting better. With this new Pathways program, how are the clubs going to find out about this new program?
One of the things that we're going to do as a district is we're going to have a group of volunteers, and this is the reason why we're speaking today. We are going to have pathway guides and pathways ambassadors. The mission and the reason we are speaking today is because our district is in need of volunteers to become pathway guides. The pathway guides are going to help the clubs. They're going to be working with the clubs to enable them in the rollout of the program for the different clubs. The pathway guides and the ambassadors are going to work together, are going to visit the clubs, are going to present the new program to our members and help them navigate through the different phases and plans and the rollout of the program in our district. Change can be challenging and daring sometimes, but
rewarding too.
The truth is that if you don't change, you get stagnant, and others get ahead of you. We know that if we don't exercise every day, or if we only run a certain speed, others are going to break our record. And the only way that you can succeed is by keeping yourself very active and trying to get next goals and next objective as you go by.
And the new Pathways program, a lot of it is going to be web-based. And I know we all live on our smartphones nowadays, so that seems to be the best way to communicate. So can you share a little bit about how the differences will be from our traditional manuals that we are now used to going to a web-based?
Well, the thing, and this is something that is very interesting now, is that you don't have to wait until you are home or have to carry your manuals with you wherever you go to find out about the projects that you are working on. Wherever you go, you bring your telephone everywhere you go. And now the new Pathway program is on your phone.
So it's with you all the time.
It's with you all the time. There is no way that you are going to leave your manuals in the club or anywhere, because unless you lose your phone, and it will be replaced and you will gain access again to your digital data. The good thing about Pathways is that you can practice at work, home, at the gym. When you are walking, you can be looking at a number of videos that are related to the projects that you are working on, which give you a much vast experience than just reading a book. And the other thing that enhances our new program is that you will now be able to invite members of your club to give you feedback, because they are going to be able to access your profile. They're going to be able to give you feedback, not only from the person that is conducting the evaluation, but all the members in the club can give you their assessment of how you are doing, and they can give you badges, digital badges of encouragement, or because you have become proficient in a way, they will be awarding that to you, and that's another way of recognition that we don't have in the actual program that is going to benefit us, because every one of us, every now and then, need a little pat in the back to tell us how good we're doing.
And I wanted to go back to a moment ago what you said about getting multiple evaluations. I find that at a regular club meeting where you get one person giving an evaluation, that's one person's opinion. However, when you go to a speech contest and you may have somebody giving a speech and you get 5, 6 or more, it's interesting to see you could get a lot more knowledge and interest from different people's perspectives, and having this opportunity to not have just one but having multiple ones will actually help you to improve, because that's how we get better, is by the evaluations that we get.
Absolutely. And not only you are going to get more from the evaluation that you receive from other members, it's that information is going to be sitting on your profile, it's going to be sitting on your digital program, in your digital storage, and you can always access it to understand what people think about the way you did a presentation or in a speech. Now, one thing I want to insert in here in the new Toastmaster program is that in Pathways, as you advance, you are going to become a mentor. And mentorship is going to be one of the blueprints that are going to be part of the Pathways program. It will take time until we get people that are mentors, but what the new mentor program means is you, as a Toastmaster, you're going to gain the skills, and you're going to work on projects to become a mentor. And once you become a mentor, now not only you have the responsibility of growing yourself, but you are going to have the responsibility to grow your club members, which I think is important.
Well, that's obviously a leadership skill, but I always think of those of us who are parents. In a way, we've been mentors in that role without realizing it. As you have your child asking you questions, why is this, what is this, and your job is to do everything you can to help them grow in a positive way. Give them feedback, encourage them, is a lot like a mentor role. But what I also want to talk about, the Pathway Guides, what is exactly involved if somebody wants to be stepping up to a Pathway Guide?
Very good question, Bill. The Pathway Guides will be, as I said before, they are going to be the support that our district is going to provide to every single club. Every Pathway Guide is going to have anywhere from 8 to 10 clubs that they are going to have to visit as we start the implementation. These Pathway Guides are going to have all the support that they need. They're going to have self-training material. They're going to have access to all the different pathways module training. So they are going to be they're going to get the knowledge to help the VPs of education or the pathway coordinators in the different clubs, so they can help every member achieve their goals. Now, the commitment is 6 months, but the good thing about this is that if you have not served the district in the past, you know that an area director needs to serve for 1 year before that is taken into consideration as part of your awards towards your DTM final designation. Now you will commit to 6 months. And if you are a Pathways Ambassador and a Pathway Guide, you will reduce the number of clubs that you're going to visit. Instead of 8 to 10, it will be reduced to at least 4. Tony Figueroa, who is our Chief Ambassador, and I will have more information for you once we establish and select the Pathway Guides, and we'll tell you what else you need to do, because you need to pass a test, you need to record your visits. So there is some work on your part. It's not that you are just going to show up and say you visit a club. You're going to have to write the visit. You're going to have to be available to be the support for the clubs. You need to do a number of hours for a period of 6 months, and you have to do a visit with a chief ambassador, with an ambassador, or somebody from that group that is going to, the two of you, or if you have both, you will have to explain to the clubs what the new program is about, and you have to meet certain goals to get your award.
So this sounds like another opportunity for us as members of Toastmasters to really grow and push outside of what our normal comfort levels are. And additionally for the clubs to benefit by getting real information, because again, when people don't know things, sometimes they make up what they want to hear. But by having the guides out there to really show what the program is and get the accurate information out to the clubs, I think is really, really important, especially with this change coming up.
And the truth is this, none of us is going to be an expert on day one when Pathways is implemented. None of us is going to be an expert. There are times that we're going to have to go to Toastmasters International to find the answers, and everybody needs to be patient as we implement. This is a new program, and I think I said that during our fall conference, that perfection is not a small thing, but perfection is made of small things. We're going to have to win small battles before we become the experts that we need to become. But you are going to have the support of the district. The clubs are going to have the support of the pathway guides. The pathway guides are going to have the support of the ambassadors. And the ambassadors are going to have the support of Toastmasters International. So, yes, we're not going to be perfect from day one, but we're going to work our way to the top of the mountain, that is to conquer and become not only competent communicators, but we're going to be now proficients. The difference between the previous program and this one is that now we are becoming proficient in an area of development that is important to us, that has meaning to us, and that help us in our professional or personal life.
And I think with this new change, it really will be applicable to our own needs. Like as far as with your employment, if you figure 2007, before the iPhone came out, and now it's a world of change. Everybody's living on your smartphones now. Well, why wouldn't we have a program that's going to address that? So if somebody wants to be a pathway guide, what's the next step? Who do they contact?
The next step is, if you are interested in becoming a pathway guide, I hope that you will send an email to your program quality director, Manny Reyes. All you need to do is go to Toastmasters website, tm83.org. You go to the officer roster, and you're going to find your leaders in the district. You will find my name in there. You will find the name of our trio and all our officers. You can either communicate through your VP of Education or through your president and have them send the email. But send communication to me or Tony Figueroa, who is our Chief Ambassador for District 83, or either of our trio member, Janice Buffalo, who is our district director, or our program club growth director, Linda Starr, or you can contact me directly. And also Tony Figueroa, our Chief Ambassador. We all are going to collect your data. We're going to send you an application, and we're going to need for you to send that application and get 2 letters of recommendation from Toastmasters. And that is basically filling that form and sending the letter of recommendation is what we need to be considered for a pathway guide role.
And this actually seems like one of the things that you implemented as one of our district leaders this year, which is a One Step Up program. So this actually is right along with that one level up, is by doing something outside of your comfort level, a little bit higher, and actually, as we always say, everything is all about our members. So this is really going to be helping our members.
Yes, One Level Up is alive in our district, and it's important because One Level Up means you know that you cannot stay where you are. If you want to advance, you have to take upon yourself the responsibility of building up to the next level. And I'm counting that some of you will consider this opportunity to become a Pathway Guys and help our clubs and our members succeed in their Toastmasters career as we embark on this new phase that is called Pathways.
Well, thank you very much, Manny. I would say to all the members, don't wait on this, don't procrastinate. Let's get this thing started earlier rather than later, because there are spots that are going to be filled, and you might be one of those people who are able to be one of our guides. Act quickly. Act as soon as you see this. Again, with this video, if you could share it with your other Toastmasters who may not have seen it, and spread the word, because this is a new direction of Toastmasters, and why not be in front of it rather than behind? Thanks so much, Manny.
I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you, and I want to let everybody know that my deadline is January the 17th. I need to have all the applications by then. So the sooner you send them in, the better it will be for all of us. Happy New Year to everyone, and looking forward for a successful Pathway program in 2018. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks so much, Manny.